Things you must do while preparing for marriage as a man. I want to highlight some few things, and it's important that you stay with me to the very end, especially when you are trusting God to settle down as a man. You are trusting God to be married. Number one, you must be able to feed yourself and have a reserve. As a man, your primary thing you must look into before thinking that you want to get married, you must be able to feed yourself, all right, and have extra before thinking that you want to get married to a woman. Because no woman wants to stay with a man with a hungry stomach. This is a primary thing. If you can't feed yourself, there is no way you will be able to feed your wife. Because as an African man, when you get married, it is important and it is your full responsibility to take care of your wife, to take care of your home, and to feed her. All right, very important as a man. So you must consider this. Are you eating well enough? Are you able to clothe yourself? Are you able to feed yourself? Very important. And if you discover that you can't feed yourself, you must give it a second thought if you're already thinking to get married. Food is very important. If anybody tells you that food is not important, that is a deceit. They are deceiving you and it's not a good thing. So consider, are you feeding well now as a young man? Are you eating well? Are you able to eat what you want to eat? Are you able to drink what you want to drink? So consider this. If you are able to do this, then you can have that thought and get ready to get married. So as you are preparing to get married to this your beautiful woman, and you are so excited that you want to be a married man, it's important to find out if you can eat by yourself. You can feed yourself and have reserve. Not just eating, but have reserve. Until there is a reserve, you may not be able to feed a second person. Number two thing you must consider is apartment. You must have apartment of your own. You must have a place of your own where you stay. Not necessarily that you have to build your own house, but even if it's a rented apartment, you must be able to take care of your apartment. You must have a house where you stay, not under your parents, not your family house, not your brother's house, not your sister's house, but a house of your own. The Bible says that so shall a man leave his father, leave his mother, and cleave unto his wife. So the primary thing you must consider as a young man while you are preparing to get married, you must consider your house. Do you have a house of your own, or you are staying with a friend, or you are staying in your family house? One of the greatest errors that you can do as a young man that is preparing to get married is to begin to have the intention that you want to marry your wife into your family house. It will break your marriage. It will crash your marriage. It will give you problem. It will take away the joy in your marriage. And as you do that, the nature itself will fight you, because that is against the law of God. It's against the law of nature. According to the scriptures, for this reason, a man will leave his father. So if you are preparing to get married, you must first of all leave your father, first of all leave your mother, leave everyone around you, get a house of your own where you'll be able to pay your rent, where you'll be able to take care of your house. Then you can start planning to get married. As you are considering to get married, it's important that you consider your house. It is an error when you marry your wife and bring her to the family house. I am not saying you can't do it actually, but the truth is this: if you do it, it's going to affect you. I know many people have done it, and when you look into that marriage, go and ask their wife, they will tell you there's a serious problem. And especially when the family is not a very wealthy family. When a woman is married into a family and you take her to a family house, that's where you stay. If the family is a very large family and very wealthy family, she may consider it comfortable because there is money. But when the family is not that very wealthy, all right, you take her to a family house, you are looking for problem. When there are women in that family, they start seeing her errors and it's not going to end well, okay? One of the things that actually bring issues in the marriage is families. Once your family begin to see the error of your wife, or your wife's family begin to see the error of your husband, they will crash their marriage, because everyone want to speak to the side of their person. If you are getting married to my sister and I begin to see something wrong in you, the highest thing the person can do, they will not like you anymore. They will start complaining about you. And when the complaint gets to a level, they'll start showing it in their character. Don't ever attempt to carry a woman to a family house. It will affect the marriage. There's going to be a family influence. She won't be able to stay in that home as part of the owner of the home, because there is another woman in that family, which is her mother-in-law. And you know one thing, women have a way of fighting themselves. It is natural, and it can never stop except when a woman grows to the level of knowledge where they can overcome such trouble. Avoid marrying into a family compound. If where you are staying as a family compound, then don't think of getting married, because if you get married, no matter the effort you put in that marriage, it only lasts for a while. It will spoil the marriage. It will cause a problem in the marriage. And especially if people are living in that place. If it's a family compound, you are the only one living there with your wife. Oh, there's no problem. That means you are still alone. So, but when you are not alone in that family, in that compound, in that house, you marry the wife there, don't have a plan to stay there forever. If you just get married and say maybe in the next 1 month or 2 you need to live there, which the plan is on ground already, okay. So, but if there is no plan to have a house of your own, don't think of ever getting married and bringing the woman to your family house. This thing I'm telling you has broken many marriages. It has caused many problems. Of recent, somebody sent me a message about her marriage, and the thing just crashed because she's married into a family compound. So do your best, avoid it, and you will know that you are doing the right thing. Another one is this: you must have something that fetches you stable money, something that fetches you stable income. You must have a source of income that is stable, because marriage needs money. For you to carry a woman, keep a woman in your house, you need money to survive the marriage. A woman can actually love you without money, but it is difficult for a woman to continue loving you without money. Money has a way of spicing up relationship and marriage. No matter the love in a marriage, when there is no money in that marriage, there's going to be tension. The man will not be happy. If the man is a very good man that have good brain, he will not be happy that he doesn't have money, and the woman too will not be happy, because they need money to solve their daily needs. They need money to clothe, they need money to feed, they need money to do all manner of things that will bring joy in the marriage. Make sure you have a steady income. If there is no steady income, get married out of faith. It may break you. It may break you. Faith is good. You can get married out of faith, but make sure there is something that you have in hand that is fetching money. Because the scripture says something that faith without work is dead. So even when you have faith that, oh, after marriage, favor will come. Favor will come. But make sure there is something you have as foundation. There is always something God is looking for in your hand to be blessed. I will bless the work in your hand. But if there is nothing in your hand, what will God bless? Make sure there is something in your hand that fetches you regular income, either on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. That you use this to actually take care of the family is very important. If there is no source of income that is stable, it will affect the marriage. Because marriage is a work. Marriage is a responsibility. Once marriage begins, you will see all manner of things to begin to do. When you marry a woman, you are actually taking up the responsibility that you will do for her what her father was doing for her. That is exactly what you are doing. Every woman is created to have a father until she dies. So when you take her from her father, you have actually become her father. That's the way it is. And you must be ready to be responsible enough to make sure that you feed her, to make sure that you take care of the home. And when marriage begins, you should expect children, especially in this generation, that when you get married, in the next 1 month, your parents, your in-laws have started asking you questions. How is your wife? How is her body? How is her body? How is her body? They'll start asking you. They are expecting grandchildren, and don't blame them for that. Even you, that you are complaining that your parents and your in-laws are disturbing, when you grow old at times, you will still disturb your children. It has been a norm in this Africa. All right. So make sure that you have a steady source of income. There is a place that money comes from you regularly. And if you do that, you will know that you are doing the right thing. So don't allow any girl to pressure you into marriage if you don't have a work. Don't allow anybody to pressure you into marriage, because by the time they pressure you into the marriage, and after the marriage, you discover that the joy and the honor of that marriage you need as a man, it will be difficult for you to see it, because there is no steady source of income that survives that home. Any marriage that is under tension find it difficult to live well. They find it difficult to survive. God bless you. If this video bless you, please give me a thumb up, like this video, Share to friends, share to family members, share to all your contacts. And as you share, this video may just bless somebody by you sharing. And also drop a comment on the comment section and say thank you, Lucky, for this information. I want to say a very big thanks to all my subscribers. And if today is your first time coming across my videos and you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit your hand on the subscription button and subscribe to this channel right now. If you look at your screen, I've also recommended some very important videos that is connected to what you just watched now to you. And I'm trusting God that as you watch them, knowledge will be imparted. Bye for now. See you in my next video.